Hello everyone and welcome back to Unique Stitch Designs with me Sylvia. In today's video I am going to show you how to crochet this really simple but really useful face mask adapter. So this face mask adapter is really useful because I'm originally from Slovakia but I live in UK, and people in Slovakia, they just need to wear masks everywhere they go. And if you wear your face mask for a long time, you may have noticed that you get these really bad sore places on top of your ears, and that's from elastic rubbing against your ears. So I think with this adapter it may be a little bit easier to wear your mask. So for today's crochet adapter, I'll be using my scrap yarn. It's 100% cotton yarn. The best yarn for this is cotton yarn because you can wash in the washing machine and in a really high temperature. I'm using mercerized cotton yarn. Also, you will need a 4mm hook for the adapter, and also be creating the buttons. So for the button, I'll be using a little bit smaller hook, and I'll be using 3mm hook for the button. But if you have plastic buttons, you can of course use the plastic buttons, but I wanted to show you how to crochet your own really cute buttons for this adapter. You will also need a pen. Make sure it's not very thin one, because we are going to use it for our start when we do our button. Also, you will need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and also you may need a stitch marker. But if you don't have a stitch marker, don't worry, you can just use a piece of yarn. So we are going to start with a slip knot. Hold your yarn and like so, wrap your yarn around your two fingers and create a cross. Go under this bottom one on top of the second one, pull it down and twist your hook and release. And now I'm going to chain 20. But if you are using a different cotton yarn, make sure you have 10 centimeters long chain. Okay, so I'm going to chain 20. So yarn over and pull through that loop. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through. Continue until you get 10 centimeters, or in my case 20 stitches. So I have 19 and 20. And we are going to place a single crochet into this second stitch from the hook. So this is my first one, and I'm going to place a single crochet into this one here. Insert your hook into this stitch, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops. Now it's a good time to mark your first stitch. So just place a stitch marker if you have one. If not, you can just use a piece of string. And now we are going to continue all the way, placing single crochet in every stitch to the next one. Insert, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over, 2 loops, and again, make sure your stitches are not too tight. Continue, and I meet you at the end to show you what to do next. Okay, dokie, so I have one last stitch left here, and into this stitch we are going to place 3 single crochet. So into the same stitch you will place 3. So this is my first one, and again 2, and 1 more into the same place like this. 3 stitches in the last. Okay, so we placed 3 stitches into this stitch, to the last one, and now we'll be working on the opposite sides, but this side may look a little bit different because we'll be placing our single crochet, but as you may see, these are the different loops. This is the bottom of our chain, so these are not the proper stitches. So I am going to show you where to place your first stitch. As you can see here, I'm going to show you with this needle, and we'll be placing stitches just opposite each other into these places, as you can see. Okay, so let's work on the other side. So our first stitch, we done 3 here, and our first stitch will be right here, like a half stitch, I would say. Bring it up, yarn over, and pull through, and again into the next one. So we will be placing here into the next one. If the yarn end is in the way, don't worry, you can just leave it on the side and we're just going to hide it later on. So yarn over and into the next one here, bring it up, 2 loops, yarn over, and so on. So we are going to do so all the way down, and then I show you what to do next. I am at the end, and this is my stitch marker here with first stitch, and we are going to place 2 single crochet into this very last one. Okay, so insert, you can take your stitch marker out so it's not in the way. So again, I show you again. So insert and place 2 single crochet, 1, and the last one like this. This very last one, we are going to insert the hook into the stitch where was our marker, and yarn over and just slip stitch like this, and chain 1, So after you chained one, we will be working on the crab stage. So, and the crab stage is just the single crochet reversed. Okay, so we chained one and we'll be working into this stitch here. Okay, so to do crab stage, you simply insert your hook into this stitch here. This is the chain of one, so we skip this one and we're working into this one here. So from the front, pull your loop a little bit like this, so it may be a little bit easier. Insert your hook from the front into the stitch and yarn over, bring it up, and you will get two loops with like a little cross. Yarn over and pull through both loops. Super easy. And that's what we are going to do all the way around. So into the next stitch, yarn over, bring it up, yarn over and pull through both loops into the next stitch from the front and two loops, yarn over and pull through, and the next one, two loops, yarn over and pull, and we will work all the way down and around until you get at the start here, and then I show you how to finish it. Okay, so I have two stitches left. And my last one here. Now turn your work like so and insert your hook under this very first stitch. No worries if you can't see very well, only insert your hook there, yarn over and do a slip stitch like so. And now we closed it really well. So all we have to do just to fasten off. So let's just fasten off. And we should get something like this, our adapter. And now we are going to hide our ends with the yarn and needle. Let's just hide. Go up and down, just like this around. And let's just hide it. And do so on the other side as well. And we should have such a lovely adapter. For the next step, you have two options. You can add the buttons. If you have plastic buttons, that would be the best. So we can wash them in the high temperature as well, in the washing machine. And the option number 2 is to create these beautiful and very cute buttons with me. So for the next part, we are going to create these crochet buttons. So for this crochet button, I'll be using a 3mm hook, the smaller one, because it will be much easier to work. The same yarn, cotton, 100% mercerized cotton, this one, just my scraps. And also you will need a pen. Make sure your pen is not too thin, okay? So let's get started. Grab your yarn and hold it like this and wrap it once and hold it together. Hold the end like this and wrap it around 10 or 15 times. Don't wrap it too tight because we will have to get it off and it may be a little bit tricky. So around 10 to 15 times. Wrap it, wrap it, wrap it. And now we are going to get it off the pen. So let's just get it off. Okay, so let's just get it out, slide it off like this. Put it down like this, we won't lose it. And with your 2 fingers, pull it down. And hold it. Now the trickier part. You should have a circle or that space inside. Insert your hook inside there. Now you can hold it. Prepare your yarn. With your hook, go around your working yarn and bring it through the space inside like this. Now quickly yarn over and make it nice and secure. See, a little bit messy, but not to worry. Now we are going to insert our hook in again, yarn over and bring it up. Yarn over and pull through both loops like this. And we will go all the, oops, I lost one. No worries, we are going to get it. So make sure you go all of them. There you go. Hold it, yarn over and bring it up. Yarn over and chain. So if this is in the way, not to worry, you can just cut it off. Just put it on the side like me, and we are going to hide it as we go. And we are going to place this single crochet inside the ring. Bring this loop a little bit higher up. Go in. We don't worry about this because we will hide it in the second round. So this is our first round, and we are not slip stitching or anything. We simply just start the second round. As the second round should look nicer. Insert. And I have done 2 rounds, but I will do one more. So all together 3 to 4 rounds, and we'll continue like this until you are happy with your button. You can pull this stitch backwards a little bit. Make sure this last round you are working on, you placing the stitches and helping them a little bit. So once you are happy with your little button, make sure your stitches are nicely spread them a little bit like me. And before you fasten off, you slip stitch into the next stitch like so, and make sure you will have a long yarn end, because we will need to sew these buttons. So make sure it's about 20 centimeters long, and now we can fasten off. And we have a cute little button ready, and you will need 2 for this project. Before we start sewing our buttons, I want you to thread your yarn needle, and we are going to prepare our button for sewing. So simply just, as we ended here and we want to get somewhere here so it's easier to sew the button, so just simply go like this, as close to the middle the best, and that's it. That's what I wanted to show you, and now we can sew it on. Okay, so to sew it on, it's just super easy. We got it ready like this. Take our adapter. This is the front, this is the back. As you can see, it's curling a little bit, but not to worry at all. And we are going to place it just a little bit from the side like this, so the sides are nicely together. Okay, so once you are holding it, you should insert your needle like this and check it again if it's sitting the way it should. We are on the other side. Now I'm gonna go a little bit closer here, so we have at least 1 stitch. You can go to the right, or you can go to the side, or you can sew it from right to left, or like this. So I am going to sew like this, so a little bit up, and I'm going to catch these 2 stitches. Okay, like this, and then as I go up here, as you can see, I will catch at least like 2 stitches here. Get your needle out, and then I go to the other side of my button here, and again catch about 2-3 stitches, and again go back and find the beginning. You can see, and this should be enough because the cotton is quite strong, so you don't need to go so many times. You can go just once or twice. And I want to go back here and finish it with the knot, so no one can see my knot. It will be right under my button. Put it like this. Cut your yarn, and it should sit nicely, and you have only 1 to 2 stitches here, and it's holding well. Your knot is hidden under your button, and we are going to do so on the other side. So on the other side, I want to show you one more trick. If you want your button to stand up a little bit, once you've done your 2 stitches, for example, before you cut your yarn, you can simply just go around the button like this once or twice, and you can tell your button is a little bit standing up, like this. You see, you can have your button closer to your adapter or a little bit higher like this, and then just do a knot. And when you put your face mask on with the strings or the elastic on the sides, make sure the elastic or the strings are not on top of your ear, but the elastic and strings will go over your ear, and then you can simply just hook it on this adapter. And one more thing I wanted to say, make sure every time you use this adapter with your face mask, you throw it in the washing machine as well, because it needs to be washed in a high temperature after every use. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you find it helpful as well. I think it's a really clever idea, and you can use, of course, as I said at the start of this video, you can use plastic buttons or these crochet buttons, but I wanted to make it unique for you, so that's why I decided to go with these crochet buttons. Please like my video, share my video, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much for watching. Stay safe.